I'm going to start by introducing myself. My name is Sheetal Chararia, the Sales Director at NCC Education, and I'm based out of Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And I have here with me Mr. Dermot Finnegan. He's the Head of Partnerships, based out of Manchester, UK. Dermot, do you want to say a few words? How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you, Sheetal. Thanks for the invitation today. It's nice to join the call, and welcome to all the students. Thank you.
Thank you. That's great. So we have, Dermot has already started sharing the screen. I think, Dermot, we can start with the presentation then. Right.
Okay, thanks, Sheetal. I expect this to last around 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Sheetal, if there's any questions in the chat, feel free to stop me at any stage. We can clarify any points that are raised. But yeah, so this is a top-up degree. Yeah, it's a BSc, a full honours degree, and it's Business Computing and Information Systems. Now, typically at NCC Education, we offer a 3-year degree pathway. The first year is a level 4 diploma in computing. The second year is a level 5 diploma in computing. It can be computing IT as well. And the final year is a top-up degree, which means students can take those credits that they've earned in the first 2 years, and they can top it up into a full UK degree, and they can study online in their own time. And students do very well on the programme. We're going to go through some of the finer points today, and they typically go on to pursue careers in the following subjects: software engineering, data management, cybersecurity, and many others. So why would you choose this programme? So it is the opportunity to take your level 5 diploma and top it up into a full UK degree. That diploma can be computing or business IT. So this final year, this third year that we're talking about today, is an online programme. Okay, so it's 100% online. You can study at your own pace. We believe it's very flexible. We believe it's very affordable, and it's an accessible way to get a UK degree qualification in your own country without having the need to come over to the UK and study on campus. And the programme is delivered by NCC Education on our VLE, which stands for Virtual Learning Environment, and it's awarded by the University of Central Lancashire. I can show you an example of a certificate later, Sheetal, but students get exactly the same certificate that students do in the UK on campus. Okay,
so there's no mention of online anywhere in the certificate, so it looks exactly the same. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. So it doesn't say NCC Education, it doesn't say online. It just is a standard BSc honours degree, so that's correct. So we recruit and we manage teaching staff to deliver this qualification, and they're all UK based and they're all very involved in higher education today. Now, if you wanted to take the programme full time, it would take you 1 academic year. Students also have the choice to take their time and do it a little bit slower, and it can take 2 years for the part-time route. We do, Sheetal, sometimes have students that say, right, I want to come on, I want to study, well, let's get going, I want to do it really quick. But they don't, they suddenly realise that it's quite an intense course. There's lots of work. This is a level 6 qualification, so it's the equivalent of a final year at university. And they say, do you know what? I'm working, I've got my family, I'm quite busy. Can I change to part-time? So we can afford the students that flexibility as well. So we'd like students to make that decision quite early on in the programme. So part-time and full-time routes are available on this qualification.
Sorry.
Please, go ahead.
Dermot, I just want to, so students can choose the programs and through our partner centres across the world. I just wanted to drop that in there. So,
okay.
Yeah, how they would enroll for the programs, yes.
Okay, so in terms of registering for this programme, what NCC do, we accredit partner centres globally. Okay, and a number of our centres offer this qualification. So we would advise students to get in contact with your local NCC accredited partner centre to get information on the programme itself, and they will support you and assist you in registering and enrolling for the programme. Okay, and once the students are fully enrolled, they enrol with us at NCC Education. We enrol them with the University of Central Lancashire, and then we look after them from there on in. But we would advise students to get in touch with your accredited partner centre locally. If you're not sure, we can tell you after this call, and they will give you the first points of information. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dermot. So like Dermot mentioned, you could also log on to our website where we have the list of our partner centres per country. You can get in touch with the partner centre, contact them, and they'll be able to enroll you onto the programme. Thank you, Dermot.
Yeah. Okay, so this isn't a program we started 5 minutes ago or a few weeks ago. It's very well established. We've got a very international cohort, and all these students have since graduated from the program. I think this is a little out of date. We've probably got over 750 graduates with this BSc qualification now. It has been running since 2013. And yeah, it's global. You can see countries in Asia, Africa, the Middle East, countries in Europe. We've got students in Australia, Canada, so a very, very international cohort, some really good opportunities for networking there as well. I've just got two very quick examples about how this qualification allows us to remove those barriers. We had students studying in Yemen, managing humanitarian response teams, and they managed to study the program and to graduate. And also we have a Christian missionary who's in his second semester of the program, and he actually works in a bay in the Marshall Islands. Now, many people won't know this area. I don't know if you've heard of it yourself, Sheetal. I certainly hadn't. But I don't know if you can see my screen there. It's just.
I can see your screen. Yes, go ahead.
This is literally. This is where the student is studying right now.
Looks like in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
It's in the middle of nowhere. So if I just zoom out a little bit, you'll appreciate where the student actually is. And this is an NCC student who is studying a BSc full honours degree in a flexible way. So it's just a good example of far right, the reach that we have this qualification. So that's a nice example there for you, from a conflict zone in Yemen to literally the middle of the ocean. So
absolutely no borders.
Students get very good support on the program. So myself, I'm Dermot. I look after the department. Claire would be your main contact, Claire Watkins. We're UK based. We have inboxes, very quick response times to students, same day. We're here to support you, to help you through the program, and to signpost you to any areas that you need on the VLE. I'll go through and just look at some of the academic team as well, just quite quickly. So Shane is the module leader for one of our modules, which is Managing Information Systems Projects. He's also the course leader for the program. And he has over 10 years experience at delivering and designing online learning at a university level in the UK. Steve looks after our Information Systems Project module, which is a big 40 credit project module. We see some excellent work on this project. Steve has a PhD in information retrieval, and he has a full-time teaching position at the University of Huddersfield. Gary Budgeon is one of our leaders for Advanced Database Management Systems. So this is our third module, all about databases. Again, you can see he has significant experience and is an IT lecturer at Redbridge College at the moment. I think Gary's been with us since the very beginning, actually. A couple more to show you. We have Maxine as well. So again, just 20 years experience in different sectors, including public commercial. She has an MBA and has been very involved in online learning at university level with a variety of universities, as you can see there. So we have a very experienced team. They're all UK based. They know what they're doing. They know the subject material very well, and they're very experienced at working with online platforms and students as well. So, quick look at the program breakdown sheet. Unless there's any questions, I'll carry on.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is an online program, and we typically deliver it in 2 blocks. Okay, so each block will last for 16 weeks. So in the UK refers to them as autumn and spring. So autumn will be sort of August, September time, and that will run for 16 weeks to around about Christmas, so sort of end of December time. Then there'll be a short break, and the program will begin again, sort of springtime, which is March, April time, and then that will run again for 16 weeks. So there's 2 blocks of 16 weeks, and students will study 2 modules each semester, as well as elements of the project module. And again, it's not a program where we just give you a few PDFs and say, okay, Sheetal, here you go, good luck. It's a comprehensive program. We have, live weekly chat, lectures, weekly video lectures. There's tutorial exercises. There's discussion forums where you prompt discussion. Students discuss topical issues that are happening in information systems and computing. And you get real live interaction with those UK-based lectures that I just went through. Okay, so I'll move to the next slide. And yeah, just an example of the running order here. So Sheetal, the next intake for this where are we now? We're in July, so we'll be looking at an autumn start. So students looking to join the program, we're looking at the autumn start, which is on the right-hand side. You can see in your first semester, if you were to study the program first time, you can see what you would study. So in your first semester, which is running from sort of August all the way through to December, you'd be studying MISP, which is your Managing Information Systems Projects. You'd be studying your e-business module, and you'd be studying 2 elements of the project module. You have that short break. You come back in your second semester, which would be around March, April time, and then you're looking at your database module, your corporate communications, and then you work on a final project on your ISP or project module. Okay, it's just a quick example. If you look at the part-time as well, you can see there's not as much work. Yeah, first semester you have just 1 module. Second semester, just 1 module. So it's very, very spread out. We try and accommodate all different students. We know some students have families, they're working full time, so we try to accommodate that as best we can. As well, sometimes students, they have a big project that comes up at work, something happens in their personal life, and they do need to take a break from the program. So, we have very good support in place. Get in touch with the team. If you need to break, we call it deferring. If you need to defer and take a break from the program, again, we can talk about it, we can accommodate that, and we can help students to come back when they're ready and able to focus on their studies.
That's brilliant, Dermot, because that's so essential today with the pandemic, with the COVID, to have that flexibility in for such programs.
Yeah. Okay, so a quick look at assessment. So on this program, a couple of years ago, we used to have a physical invigilated exam. So where you'd go to your local NCC accredited partner centre, you would sit down and do your traditional invigilated examination. We've changed that to make it a truly online program. So all of the assessment now is online. So if you look at the first 4 modules there, Sheetal, you can see, for example, Advanced Database Management. There's 2 components to that module, okay? So the first component is a timed, well, actually the first component is the assignment, which is 40%. That comes first. I think that's due in around week 5 of the module, okay? Students straight away, they get their marks, they get their feedback. And they get that, I would say, in around 3 to 4 weeks. I think that's really important for online learning, to keep that engagement with students going. Really quick feedback, comprehensive feedback. So we provide a full sheet, maybe 2 sheets of A4, of a breakdown by question of your marks and your feedback. And then you'll know, okay, you'll know where you're up to, yeah? Because then you'll start to prepare for the second component, which is the time constrained assignment, which is worth more, 60%. Now, the time constrained assignment is trying to replicate those exam conditions. It's an assignment. You log onto a platform, you download the question, and you would have 48 hours to complete that assignment and then re-upload it to the platform. So we are replicating those exam conditions, so there is a bit of time pressure there. But again, you would have had your feedback from the first component and you will be preparing accordingly. So that's the same for the first 4 modules. Now, the last module is the Information Systems Project module. This is the big project module. It's worth more than the others. The first 4 modules are worth 20 credits each, and the project module is worth 40 credits. So this whole qualification in total is worth 120 academic credits. And this is 100% assignment. So in the first semester, the students give 2 pieces of work. And in the final semester, they work on a big project module. Yeah, they work on a big final project, which is around, I think, 6,000 or 7,000 words, which they do in the second semester. Okay.
That's great.
Any questions?
Yeah, just on the time constrained assessments, it's that's a very good replacement we've got in place in place of the examinations, or like the written examinations for 2-hour pressurized exams. So like you said, it's 48 hours where students will have to finish, like we might not call it a project work, but maybe a mini project work. It's where they have to finish this coursework or this assignment in 48 hours, and they have to upload it back. I'm just reiterating what this time constraint assignment is to the students on call.
Yeah, I didn't actually touch on the first assignment, actually the 40% assignment. That's a little bit different. They have much more time. I think the students, it's the same process for the 40% assignment. They download from the VLE, and I think they have around think it's 5 weeks. Yeah, I think
That's
in week 3.
That's a good.
I think they have 5 weeks. So quite early on in the semester, they get the opportunity to look at the assignment question, and they will start to work on that, and they can spend 5 weeks working on that assignment. Okay, so yeah, the assignment was 40%. You have a number of weeks to work on that. The time constrained is shorter, it's more intense, it's worth more. Okay, thanks Sheetal for that clarification. Yep. So very quickly I'll run through. You get the opportunity to have an introductory video, yeah, and I'll explain to you quite early on to try and set the expectations of the student. This is not a level 3 or level 4 qualification. This is a level 6 qualification. It's quite a big difference. So we want to set that expectation quite early on with the students. And each week a new video lecture is uploaded. And this is typically the student journey. So they have the introductory video, then they watch the video lectures, okay? And they'll complete relevant online activities. After you've done your lecture sheet, you've probably got some questions. You've probably got, so you've got the opportunity now to go and do some tutorials. These are not assessed. This is just to help to guide your learning, okay? So a good tool to check progression. You work through online materials, and you can complete a couple of quizzes on the platform as well. So just helps you to concept check what you're going through there. I mentioned before we have
like revising.
Just some of the concepts will be checked in with the students. It's not assessed. It's just to guide you through your learning. Yeah, and this is week by week. There's a discussion forum. The module leader may post, hey, a news article. Did you see in the news this week an article? And it will prompt discussion. And we'd really encourage students to engage with the discussion forum. It's quite a nice feature of the platform.
And it's really good, right? Because this discussion is across students who are from different countries. So it's like what you said initially. It's a very global program. So it's very global.
Yeah, and people study in different ways, and people have different resources, and this is a nice opportunity for them to say, hey, I found this resource here, and they can share it. Yes. Or how do you prepare for an examination or an assignment, and they can share best practice. And it's a great professional networking tool as well, I think, as well. So I think, you are studying on your own in your bedroom or in your living room. So it's a really good opportunity to engage with the students that are there, get involved as much as possible. So then at the end of the week, you've watched your lecture, Sheetal, you've done some of the exercises, you've seen a couple of questions, you've done a couple of quizzes. So you've got all these questions, and now you go into a live chat session. So you're going to meet with Shane here, and he will go through all the material again, and just to confirm all the points. So he'll discuss the weekly topic and everything that you've learned. And this is a great opportunity to ask some questions. Okay, so this isn't recorded, it's live, and some students aren't able to meet it every week. So we do record every single session, and it's on the platform, and you can always go back. When you work on your assignment, you can go back and just check and watch it again. So everything's there for the students. Okay, so live chat sessions. Here we go. I wasn't sure my weeks, was I, earlier? This is confirmation of my assignment. So the assignment questions, the 40% are available on week 3, and you need to upload them by week 8. So I was correct, it's 5 weeks you have to work on your assignments. That's correct. So week 3 of the semester, we make an announcement to all students. Your assignment is now ready to view, so they can download the question paper and start to work on it immediately. Okay. The time constrained assignments are due towards the end of the semester, so week 15. And again, we download that piece of assessment. You have 40 hours to complete and upload. This is the good stuff. This is what we're all here for. Degree classification. You don't just get pass, yes, no, you got it, no, you didn't. You have a classified degree. Okay, so if you achieve 70% or higher, you get a first class honours degree. Upper second class is 60 to 70. Lower second class, or what we refer to as a 2-2, is between 50 and 60%. A third class honours is 40 to 50%. So the pass mark, Sheetal, on a modular level and on a programme level is 40%. Okay, so we're looking for students as a minimum to get 40% to pass the qualification. Okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. I don't think I go into resits, but just to say here maybe that, okay, let's say, unfortunately, Sheetal, you did well on some project modules, on others you didn't, and overall you failed. We do give students the opportunity to do reassessment. Okay, so if you want to try again and resit the modules that you failed, we will give you that opportunity in the following semester. Okay, and let's say, Sheetal, you're fully focused this time, you work really hard and you get 60%. Okay, because it's a reassessment, your mark will be capped, which means the maximum that you can get will be a pass. Okay, so the first piece of work you submit, we give you 4 marks for that. For all the reassessment work, the maximum you can achieve for reassessment work is a pass. Okay, so we really encourage students to try and give it their all the first time round. Okay, but if you do fail, that's not the end of it. We do give you, actually there are multiple opportunities for reassessment to try and pass the program. I won't go too much detail now, but yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, I have a quick question there. So when in the reassessment, are they taking both the components for the reassessment, both the assignment and the TCA, or how does that work?
So if we go back to one slide here, let's say advanced database management systems. You gave me your assignment, which was worth 40%, and you passed. No problem. You go to your time constrained assignment, which is worth a bit more, and you failed. So overall, you could still pass that module, Sheetal. If we take the average of both, you see, you could still pass. But say if we took the averages together and you failed, you got 36 or 37, you would have to reset the failed component. So you just have to reset, in this instance, the time constrained assignment. You've already passed the assignment, you don't need to do that again. Okay? So it's overall. Some students do fail, they do fail, but overall, on a modular level, they still pass. So we're always looking to help students as much as we can. And like I said before, students do very, very well. We've got excellent teachers, excellent resources, and really good support in place. We've been doing this for a long time, and the students are excellent. So I could do with updating this really, but July 2020, almost 1/4 of all the students that graduated got a first class honours degree. Okay, so nearly, well, I was going to say nearly 25, it's below 23%, which is nearly a quarter.
Yeah.
First class, and that was 13 students. So first class UK honours degree, which is great. And it's all about information systems in a business context. So it's a really transferable qualification. And nearly 3/4, 72% of students received a 2-1 or above, which is a great result. Very, very good result. So good resources, great teaching, and the students do very, very well.
That's the highlight, 72%.
Yeah, it's great. That's very good. We're really pleased with the students work very hard. We've got some great students. We feel that the NCC qualifications, the level 4 and the level 5, really prepare these students very well for this final year. And there's lots of different entry qualifications. So if you have, qualifications, DC is Diploma in Computing, DBITS is Diploma in Business and IT. We offer direct entry for the Pearson qualifications as well. I won't go through all of them, but if you are interested, Sheetal, what's the best process really if students are interested?
So students can approach their partner centers, submit their qualifications, and the partner centers would be able to advise them if their qualification, if it's not in the standard list, they will reach out to NCC. We will look at your non-standard qualifications and we'll let you know if you can enter the topic degree or not. So irrespective of you having one of these quals, please do speak to your partner center or get in touch with NCC and we will definitely let you know how we can move forward on that.
That's true, actually. That's very true.
Yeah.
I saw there's a student from Botswana, a student from Rwanda who's on the call. Hi, guys. Yeah. If you have, a degree qualification, a local degree, or you have a diploma, you think it might be relevant, you're not sure, let us have a look at it. We have an academic team here, and we will look for what we call equivalency. We're not going to just throw you in and say, yeah, have a go, because we want you to succeed. So if we think that you've got good coverage of, information systems, of databases, of e-business, we will do some exercises there. And if we feel there's decent coverage on the qualifications you've got already, we will let you onto the program. Okay?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Graduation. These are really nice pictures of pre-COVID, where we used to get together in groups of people and have a nice time. But yeah, so this is an online program and we invite students to come over to the UK, to come to the university, to meet the team and to celebrate. I have a student here who's one of our ambassadors. He's from Mauritius. His name's Girish. He got a first class honours degree. He came over to meet myself and to meet Claire. He brought his family over. You know, we had a great day. It was really, really nice. We have some testimonials here, Sheetal, as well. I'm not going to go through them all, but we can see students from Nepal, students from Kenya, achieving some really good results and going on to have very good careers as well.
So that's very important, that even if you're studying this program online, you're in your country, you're doing the top-up degree, you still have the opportunity to travel for the graduation ceremony to UCLan and attend it as a full-time student.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the future is unclear. We're not too sure when normal graduation ceremonies will resume, but there's reasons to be confident at the moment. We're optimistic, but yeah, under normal circumstances, students are very, very welcome. They get the gown, they come on stage, and they get awarded a full degree, and they bring their family, having a very nice time together.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. And you know, we help the students throughout a year, sometimes 2 years. And it's nice to actually meet them, you know, because we've been dealing with them on email. Sometimes we try to call the students on Skype or Zoom and help them. When you actually meet them and their families, it's really nice. Yeah.
I can imagine, especially for you, for Claire, finally meeting these students face to face. That's like, putting a face to the name. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the end of my presentation. So I'll stop sharing my screen and I can just make myself available, Sheetal, for any questions that come up on the chat or anything like that.
Absolutely. So to all the students here on the call, if you have any questions, please can you raise your hand, unmute yourself, and you can ask your question, or you can also type it to us in the chat and we will reply to you. Please use this time for any questions you might have. Don't hesitate. You can always reach us later on as well. I see there are still a few students coming in right now. We will email you a copy of this recording of this presentation, so you can go through the details later on as well. I think we've done a brilliant job. You've done a brilliant job, Dermot. No questions at all.
I've covered everything.
I'm so confident with all your details.
No, it's fine. It's just to reiterate, with 2 intakes a year, it's 2 boxes. Here we go.
Sorry, there's one. Tibogo. Hi, Tibogo. Do you have a question? Do you want to, you've raised your hand. You're on mute, so can you unmute yourself? If you're not able to
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Yes, all well. Thank you. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, my request to you is that some of us, we are being self-sponsored. So is it a way, or if I plead to you, maybe you can give us discount so that we can be able to finish our degrees and education as a motivation factor to self-sponsored students like me. I want to sponsor myself.
Tibogo, what qualification do you have at the moment?
I have level 5 diploma in computing.
Okay.
Just finished last year.
Okay, great. Congratulations on your level 5. So where did you study that? Was it at one of our centres in Gaborone?
IDM, yeah, IDM.
IDM. Okay, so we've had many students that have come from IDM onto this program. Yeah. Okay, so you're looking to join the program. Sheetal, with Botswana, who is the best person for the students' contact on this?
So Tamsin, I'm not sure if she's on the call right now, but Tibogo, what I'm going to do is if you can just message us your email address or your contact details here in the chat. My BDM for Botswana, she'll get in touch with you. And she'll definitely guide you in terms of how you can self-sponsor yourself or how you can facilitate the program further. So do leave us your contact details on the chat.
Thanks,
okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you. You know, to get a UK qualification, to go over to the UK, to go on campus, tuition fees, travel, accommodation is very, very expensive. It's not for everybody. It's a great experience for some, but we appreciate not everyone can do that. So this is what we're trying to achieve here. This is a very affordable and accessible qualification. So please get in touch with Tamsin. We can get your details and make sure someone speaks to you, but I'm sure we can help you. Thanks, Tibogo.
Yeah, we'll definitely help you for that. So do drop in your details here, Tibogo, and we'll get in touch with you immediately.
There's another question, Sheetal, in the chat.
Thank you.
I think just came
yes, I can see that. So there is Joseph. Yes, thanks to Bilba. There's Joseph who's talking about, he's asking about master's programs. Joseph, where are you from? Which country? Could you also send us details about where you're from and what's your qualifications? Have you completed degree or have you completed a level 7? We do have a level 7 program that has progression to a top-up MBA. Mongolia. Oh, sorry, that is from Erkenbayar. Okay, so we can definitely guide you in terms of, we can give you the details for the master program. Sierra Leone. That's great. I think Sierra Leone, we have Marcel here on call. So Joseph, can you give us your details? Give us your email address and phone number. And Marcel, who's my BDM for Sierra Leone, she'll get in touch with you for this. And also, if you can just, with your details, if you can let us know what's your qualification, right? BSc in BIT, NCC through IPMC. That's brilliant. That's really good to know. Thank you. Okay, so I think Marcel is definitely on the call. She will get in touch with you after this. I think the best route for you would be to go, move on to our level 7 program, and from there do the top-up MBA. So we will advise you on that. Thank you. Thanks, Marcel.
Yeah, thanks, Sheetal. We do have links to MBAs. We do have links to MSCs as well. So we have some good routes for students, yeah. So I think the best thing, if you've got any queries, is to get in touch with the people that have been suggested. The first point is to let's check where you are. Let's check academically where you're up to, and then we can best advise you on your next steps to get a full UK degree first, then move on to postgraduate qualifications. So yeah, thanks for the question. That's a good one.
Thank you, Dermot. I have Erkenbayar, who's from Mongolia. Hi, Erkenbayar. Nice to meet you. Do you have a question for us? You can ask a question or you can post it on the chat. No, thank you. That's perfectly okay. All right. Does anybody else have questions? Yeah, thanks for joining us. Anybody else have any questions? So what we could do, we have one of our BDM's email addresses here, marceldurand@nccedu.com. You could also send us questions. You can reach out to us, for any queries you have, and we will revert to you immediately. If nobody else has any more questions, then I think
the last thing to say, I think, is that the deadline for registrations, Sheetal. We have a few weeks left, and I'm thinking about it. I can't actually remember what the date is. I think it's
first week of August. Yeah, that's what I'm telling my centers. I've been telling them.
6th August.
Yeah. 6th August.
Yes, Marcel. That was well done, Marcel. So yeah, so we are taking registrations at the moment. We have a number of students who have already joined the next cohort, and we will take registrations up until the 6th of August, and then the program will start later on in August. Thank you, Marcel. Another question there for you.
So we have Balarmino, who's from Cape Town. Nice to meet you, Balarmino, who I should contact about NCC in Cape Town. Our BDM, Tamsin Bell, I'm not sure if she's on call right now, but I'm sending you her email address. And if you can also send us your email address and your phone number or WhatsApp, she'll get in touch with you immediately. Right, so no problem. We will get in touch with you on her behalf. Don't worry. Either Marcel, myself, we have a team in the Cape Town. We'll get in touch with you. Right, thank you, Balarmino. That's good to know. All right, so all of you will receive a copy of this presentation, and you'll also have a contact with NCC. So in case if you have any further questions, feel free to reach us. And as Dermot mentioned, August 6th, first week of August, is the deadline for the autumn registrations. And if you're thinking about the spring registrations, we would suggest you can enroll, you can think about it right now, reach out to your partner centers and do start the admission process.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for your time, Dermot. Thank you for the details.
Nice
wonderful presentation, wonderful program. Right.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good luck to everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Sheetal.
Yes.